I believe that we are feeding through to the peoples. You guys let us know if you can hear our audio and everything. If there's any issues coming in, just let us know right now. While I'm waiting for that confirmation, let me remind everyone to go to hankstrange.com, get up on our email list. Very, very important thing to do. That's how we keep you notified of all the goings on here in the world of strange. Also, you can go to Lola's Deals, find all the deals that Lola has procured through the internet and shares with you guys. You can also, there's a link on hankstrange.com to that. Go to Ballistic Inc. /HankStrange store. That's where you will find our t-shirts, etc. If you wanna get the patches and all that, these are on hankstrange.com, the patches. So, there you go. All right, so first of all, I want to thank Walther Arms for sponsoring the podcast here, as well as these gentlemen. We've got Adam Litke from Holosun joining us, as well as Walter Keller. I'm going to press the button and go for the open.
Welcome back to
That's
the
right.
Hank Strange Situation.
Make sure you subscribe,
Lifestyles of the Locked and
thumbs
Loaded.
up, ring the bell so you can be notified. Adam, I know this is your second time, and I don't know how many days. Well, I can't remember when was the last. You were here Friday or something, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it rain optics this time, man.
Yeah. Okay, that's what we're hoping for. All right, let's do the jazz hands first. Come on, let's see the jazz hands. All right, there we go. I hope you got your big girl panties on. This is podcast episode number 571. 571.
Oh, okay. I got a trivia on that number.
What, 571?
571. 571 in the Navy. What does 571? What? It's a number of a.
Is that the boat that Gilligan and the skipper were on?
No. This is a real boat.
Oh, it's a real boat.
I think it's 570. I think the Nautilus was 571.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
it's the Nautilus. It's the Nautilus.
Yeah, the first nuke boat.
Oh, okay. There you go. There you go. Awesome.
The only reason I know all that stuff because I used to work for General Dynamics.
Oh.
Electric boat. Yeah.
Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. So we've got Adam Litke here. He's here to talk to us about Holosuns. We're gonna be throwing up Holosuns, like he said. Right? But you're not gonna do an Oprah or anything like that. You're not gonna go, you get a Holosun and you get a Holosun. No, apparently not. He's not gonna do that. And hopefully he's gonna keep those little grubby fingers off of any firearms today.
There's nothing upstairs this time except for we got Han Solo's patch. His gun. That's it.
Oh, let's see. Wait, hold on a second. Let's see that. Yeah, there you go. Oh, very nice. Hans, is that a new patch?
Yeah.
This is the way, Mandalorian.
Patch Ops sent me some stuff.
Patch Ops?
Yeah, Patch Ops.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool.
I'm a Star Wars nerd, so never say no to Star Wars.
Yeah, us too. We're Star Wars nerds over here as well. Walter Keller also joining us. Walter.
Star Wars it is.
Yeah. There you go. Yoda. Maybe we'll be getting a lot of Yoda tonight. Walter's here. What's up with you, Walt?
Oh hell, I'm here.
Here. I see you're wearing your Gearhead Works hat.
Yeah, you know why? Because I was gonna show the peoples about the new Gearhead Works.
Okay.
Their little.
You remember that advice I just gave to Adam, right?
I know.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure.
I'm just gonna hear. Here's the old one.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
See the old one?
Right.
And you see the new one is little.
Oh, it's a little baby.
It's a little one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks really good on things like MP5, MP5K.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little.
So how much is that little one? Is it cheaper?
The little one is more than the big one.
Oh really? Oh, okay, that figures.
This is going for like $130.
Okay. And it's available
new.
now?
Yeah, I mean, I only have two. I got to order some more. I got a bunch of these, but
okay.
People that have them are selling them as fast as they can put them in a bag and ship them off. So
okay. Yeah, very cool.
I'll be ordering some more.
Yeah, so people will be able to buy those from you if they're looking for them.
In the future, yes.
Yeah.
I have these and stuff. These are, we have another 200 of these coming, and then I'm going to order some more of these.
Okay,
so.
The little ones, yeah.
Little ones.
Yeah, I think the little ones will be popular. They're lighter weight.
They are lighter weight, and they're just smaller.
Yeah.
'cause everybody's using a brace, right?
Yeah. So I'm assuming they're a little bit more expensive because we're paying for the developmental process of that.
The newness. Yes.
Newness of it, yeah.
The newness.
It's not on sale. And then are the older ones on sale?
The older ones are, I don't know if they've been on sale a couple times. Right now they're, I think, they're less than $100. So.
100. Okay, less than 100. Okay, cool. Shout outs to everyone out there. So just so everyone knows, today's going to be like our Friday show, kind of, because there's no show tomorrow. So, and then there's no show on Monday either. So you guys better super enjoy this show, because you're gonna have to savor it until Tuesday, next Tuesday, if you want to get a live show fix on from us. So. I'm sure you'll have some other options, but I think obviously Monday's Memorial Day.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what states or whatever are allowing people to celebrate Memorial Day, but hey.
Well, that's one of those things that's like, the hell with your allowing. Just do what you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, the CDC has come out and said that the coronavirus doesn't spread as easily as everybody thought by touching things. So like, they made this big deal about it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be on every surface. Don't touch anything.
Yeah, it lives in the air. It moves
all
around.
this stuff. Yeah.
Silent but deadly.
And now they say, oh, by the way, it doesn't live on stuff so well.
Yeah.
So,
right.
But don't tell anybody.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, there's definitely a conspiracy going on out there.
Aside from Obama, the Obama administration, and all their monkey business, this is going to be the second biggest scam of the century.
Coronavirus. When they add up the costs,
the costs, and then
really
the false information, and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, let's talk happy stuff now.
No, well, yeah, we can get into this. We've got Adam here. So Walter, I don't know if you.
Yes, sir.
Walter wasn't on last week with you, Adam, was he?
No, that was Clove Tack, but Walter's on. I think last year when I was on.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
So last week he was here, but he was all sad and miserable the whole show because he was expecting a package from UPS or something like that. I think, right? UPS.
Yeah.
And
UPS,
then,
yep.
Yeah, his phone told him that the package was there. Then he comes, and then it's not there. So he was miserable because these brand new optics that he was going to be the only person in America.
Oh.
Basically like prototypes or something like that. Yeah.
Sad he was.
Yeah, so they weren't there. So tell us, Adam, what happened with that whole, the trilogy, let's put it that way.
So we called all of our neighbors. Nobody had them. We thought maybe they got delivered to somebody else because it doesn't happen down here very often. We're spread out enough. We thought, who knows? And then we called the UPS or USPS because they were picking up some boxes for me of optics going out. And they go, no, we didn't take anything. We don't know what's going on. And the next day, lady comes up on her deck, puts down my package from UPS. She's from USPS with a note on it that says, take it to USPS or UPS so they can deliver it. And I'm like, yeah, except for it was coming to me.
Yeah, didn't it have your address on it?
It did. So USPS picked up a UPS package and took it with them. And then brought it back and said, take it to UPS, have them ship it. I'm like, well, thank God somebody found them because the 507K we're going to show today, this isn't even, there's not even a serial number on it. This is like as prototype as it gets. So
small it is.
Yeah. So
that's not the first time I've heard that.
Oh boy, this is just not. Oh man.
We're already in the guy.
Hey, I didn't do it this
Kibbles
time.
and bits. So let me just get this straight. So the post office came. They saw your package on your deck that the UPS left on your deck. The post office, their domain is only your mailbox, isn't that how that works?
They come up and they pick up. I usually ship out optics, so they must have assumed it was a package. But usually they scan everything, which it wouldn't have scanned because it's not prepaid, it's not anything, and they still took it. So I don't know why in the heck they took the package off our deck. And when we tried to talk to them, they said, "Oh, it's a newer lady," and I'm like, "Well." She still took a package and just took it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I don't understand. I don't understand why they would pick it up. But then why not read it and see it that is coming to your address?
Well, that's what when we called into USPS, I said, "Hey," or my wife called in. She's like, it's coming back to us. So the delivery address is already an address here. You think you'd notice it pretty quick. And it's not in a USPS box. And they were like, no, we don't have it. And the lady must have realized at some point she did it, because she brought it back with a sticky note on it, like, hey, take this to UPS. And I'm like, yeah, you think you would have looked at that first and then picked it up and taken it with you, but no. So I had a picture I even posted online. It was like, here's the little yellow sticky note I get saying, take it to UPS.
Wow.
So
yeah,
funny stuff that happened.
But you got the stuff. You got the stuff.
I got it back.
Yeah. Yep. All right. You don't have to explain it. Do you want to give us a little bit of a rundown on it? Like exactly what... Actually,
yeah.
Here, let me take a picture of all of us first. Everyone look up and smile. There you go. Okay, I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to share this while Adam's talking about it. Yeah, so break down what you got here to us, and we'll see what questions we have.
So we'll kind of go from what's out now to what's coming out. So the first one is I'm going to go all over version 2s. So this is the 507 version 2. And so this guy is just like our 507 V1, except for on this one, the buttons are larger on the side. And that's so that if you're wearing gloves or other things, it's a lot easier to manipulate the buttons than it was on the other ones where they were really, really small. And then the battery is actually a battery tray in the side. So instead of taking the optic off, changing the battery and putting it back on, that's completely ruled out. And now you have this little side-mounted battery tray. So far, I've liked this one a lot. I didn't mind the first 507, but this kind of fixed all the problems I had when my main complaints were, if you have gloves on or it's raining, the little tiny buttons that are plus and minus were really hard to actuate. And then the side-mounted battery was, who wants to take their optic off? Even if it lasts 5 years, it's still a thing like no one wants to take their optic off. They don't have to. So that solved those. Then we move into the one that's about to come out, and that's the 508 V2, version 2. So I've been running this one now for 3 to 5 months, give or take. And so the big change from this one, again, side-mounted battery. It has the much larger buttons to press. And then also we flattened out the top, so it's not arched anymore. We had better drop test ratings, and for me, it just looks sexier. I mean, I think it just looks better having the flat top than it does having the arch. So this was the titanium. So 507 is the aluminum. 508 is the titanium.
Okay, so this is an upgrade in terms of weight, right? So in terms of weight.
Yeah, so you're gonna. Yeah, in terms of weight, your 508 is going to be a little bit less. Then also you're going to have, it's just going to be a tougher material because titanium. And then we go all the way up to the big one that kind of we talked about 2 years ago. We never really did a whole lot with it, and then we brought it out, and that is the 509. So this is, think of the 508T that I just showed you, and this is a fully enclosed version. So the other company that we all know, the Acro, that was kind of the first one out. We actually brought this out earlier than them, ironically. We just didn't do anything with it because we weren't sure about how we were going to do it and all those things. But now we brought these out, and this one is going to have our legendary, that legendary battery life. You still have your solar panels on top. You have 2 large buttons on the one side, so you can use it with gloves, and you have side-mounted battery. And what we did with this, which we usually get a lot of questions about, is that because it's fully sealed, you can't take screws into the gun. So instead, you get a mounting plate, just like you'd expect, and this is a Picatinny mounting plate. And so it mounts to this, and then this one is a RMR cut. So it goes into your RMR plate like this, and the optic attaches to it. And they also have, I don't have one yet because I don't have one out for my Masada. There's a plate that goes RMR to Picatinny without the extra height, so it's just one plate instead of 2.
Okay.
So that kind of combines all those features. And then the one that a lot of people were talking about, and I personally like a lot, is the 507K. And so that's this guy. And this one is going to be your P365 XL, your Hellcats, things like that. And so this one's very small footprint. So on the bottom is the 508 and the regular size, and on the top is the 507C.
Okay.
Or sorry, K. So it's a lot smaller, but this is going to fit your single stack guns. Again, legendary battery life. It's got the 2 large side-mounted buttons. It's got the side-mounted battery tray. And the cool thing about this, that for those backup gun, the bug guns, it'd be hard to see, but in the back there is actually, it's hard to see with my black shirt, but back there is actually a rear sight notched into it.
That. Yeah,
So this will act as a rear sight as well. So I think for a lot of people, especially backup guns, when you think about how small they are and everything like that, that's a good feature to have because usually you don't have room for iron sights and an optic. It's one or the other. So that'll kind of fit both of these, is having iron sights and a optic itself. And so the 508T version 2, the 507K, and the 509, I'm hoping those are out very, very soon. The 508 is probably going to be out first, then the 509 and the 507K. But they should be out really soon.
Oh, okay.
So I'm excited to bring those out.
Yeah, Walt, did you have any questions on any of these before I jump in here?
What kind of prices, suggested retail prices are we talking about?
Yeah, your likely street price you're going to see is from. I'm gonna say I'm gonna pull it up while I'm talking to you. That way I give you a better idea. Because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing and then I'll look like an idiot on here.
Yeah, let me see. I can also pull up the website.
Make fun of me then.
Oh, we're all idiots. Which one are we talking about? The 507 or?
Yeah, do the 507 version 2, the 507K, things like that. Yeah,
okay, so let me see. I'll roll that in. The 507K looks like it's $341. On the website here, it looks like it's saying $341.16. Really? You're gonna add that 16 cents on there, huh?
We got to get our money, bro.
Yeah, that's like oddly specific for webs. Yeah, but it looks $341.16. What's the comparative price on that? Like, so I mean, I don't know whether or not you want to talk about the competitors, but what would
I think the big thing is that you're going to see some that are probably that I know are cheaper price, but A, this one's not made out of polymer, and B, this one is going to be I hate to use the word duty grade because that can mean anything for certain people, but this is not going to be, in essence, something just to have fun with and go out in the range. It's going to break. This is going to be, in essence, I believe it's going to be duty rated for people to go to get these tested. So the price does reflect that because you're not going to have like certain other ones where it's like made of polymer and they're pretty relatively cheap, like $100, $150. You're not going to have that, and I'm sure most of you guys have seen on the interwebs where those have broken pretty continuously for the people that are running them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this one's going to be well worth it. And I think out of all the ones that we had this year at SHOT Show, I think the biggest talk we had was the 507K and the one that I jokingly called the Atom, messing around, and we had people like emailing us like, "Where's the Atom?"
Okay.
That was the one that
yeah,
was
you see, I try to use that. I try to use that strategy on Walter all the time, but it doesn't work for me. I'm always trying. Yeah, I'm always trying to. Yeah, man, you're better at that than me, obviously. Yeah. So what's the application for this? Is this just handguns or pistol caliber carbines? What can?
Yeah, these can all go on rifles. This one, ironically, this is my 507 V2. Mm-hmm. That one's on a 45 offset. Because I run this on my 223 or my PCC. The 509, this is probably the one that at SHOT Show, I had a lot of people asking to put on their PCC. They just want to know what the height dimension would be for a mount, and their PCCs. I also think.
Yeah, someone was asking us about the 509. By the way, I'll roll this in while you're talking. Looks like it's 506. The 509 is 506.
And that's MSRP. And if you Google one of the other ones on our webpage and look at what they really sell for, you'll get an idea of what the street price would be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. So if people wanted to get their hands on these, they get it directly from Holosun. Do you have it? How does that work?
Yeah, so the place that I would go, the ones that I seem consistently have this stuff, is going to be your Primary Arms, your Tenzies Optics, and Optics Planet.
Mm-hmm.
Those are, I see to have them all the time, and they're pretty reliable, and they're good pricing. I mean, the pricing is solid with those three companies.
Mm-hmm.
Any fine retailer is going to have them, but those three are ones that when I find people buy them, those are usually the three places everybody's telling me they're buying them from.
Okay. All right. Let's see, Walt. Did you have anything else you wanted to know there? Let's see if the folks have questions. You
guys kind of covered it so far.
Yeah. Okay. Ewell Adams says, "What is bases with?" And
that.
Mm-hmm.
That I'd have to look up.
Yeah. Yannick Stoner says, I don't like red dots on my pistols. He's got good eyes. You know, if you got good eyes, you know, iron sights are good.
Lola says, well, then don't use it then.
YNH says, yeah, red dots on pistols are fun. You know, listen, there's lots of options here for everyone.
I carry a revolver as what PCC.
Yeah.
I run the IWI X95 9mm, and I also run the SIG MPX.
Yeah.
On those two.
Yeah. And Len Holt wants to know about a discount code. I don't think is there. Did you ever give us a discount code before?
I think we talked about doing one.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out how we want to do it. It's pretty much how they have me do it is I kind of order them and then I get them to you. So we just figure out how we want to do it.
Yeah. Do you have a website where people can order stuff through you?
I do. It's down right now because for those that love the government, the new tax regulations on how you collect tax for other states is wreaking havoc on me trying to figure all that out because I'm a small-time guy.
Yeah.
I don't have all the
you're trying to
software.
you're trying to figure out exactly how you collect taxes and everything on that.
Yeah.
The Rain Says Sportsman's Guide has them too. That's where I bought mine, which I think there's a code over at Sportsman's Guide, right, Lola?
Yes.
That's still in effect, right? What is it, Strange 20?
In the video description.
Oh, Lola says it's in the video description at Sportsman's Guide. You know, listen, go to Hank Strange. Go to the Lola's Deals or go directly to Lola's Deals, and there's lots of links there. Hank 20, Lola says, over at Sportsman's Guide.
I believe I was 20% off a $100 or more purchase.
Yeah.
That's $20 off.
Yeah. And the range says, Hank, if he doesn't give us a code, kick him off.
And I'm like, gosh,
No,
brutal,
we're not
brutal
going to be
tonight,
mean
brutal.
to Adam.
20 at
We can't do that to Adam. You know, you saw how miserable he was when he didn't get his package. Just imagine, you know, what will happen then. Okay, very cool. I don't know if there's any other questions here. Armament and Axis says he likes red dots on pistols. Let's ask everyone that question. Put up your opinion now. Are you pro or against red dots on pistols? Are you for it or are you against it?
I haven't.
Do you live in 1994 or do you live in 2019 or 20? Pick.
Yeah,
Pick
or
which one
if you live in 1980, then you get those crazy. Remember those big ass lasers?
Yeah, they were pretty. Yeah, they're pretty nasty.
Yeah, the lasers weighed probably as much as the guns in the 80s.
You guys remember seeing the video with the dudes with their mag lights next to their rifles and the shotguns, man? The giant freaking mag lights.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but the mag lights double is something else too. So.
Yeah.
Mag lights are beatdown sticks.
Percussive instruments.
Yes, they're persuasive devices.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, so Adam, you're gonna have to take this informal poll here and see, because now there's pro and whatever jumping up. Richard Monder says that Sportsman's Guide code is 20% off for $100 spent. $20 off. $20 off. That's what Lola says. So there's correction on that.
When it comes, I think Bricks just asked, paying to have a pistol milled. Man, any pistol nowadays, it better come milled.
Yeah.
If it's not coming milled, you're buying the wrong gun.
That's expensive, right? That's an expensive proposition.
If you have it milled, yeah. If you buy, the Glocks nowadays or these IWI Masada or SIG, most of them now are like $30 more, and you get a milled. Yeah. You get the plate system.
Yeah. But you can get a lot of affordable. Remember, we were looking at the what is it? Yeet Cannon, Walter? Well, yeah, Yeet Cannon from High Point. That's coming. Isn't that coming with an optic? I think that's coming with an optic on it. Right, Walter? There's one. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it comes with it. I know it comes. It's optic ready.
Maybe we'll see it at the SHOT Show this year.
You mean next year in 2021?
Yeah, 2021. Yeah.
The SHOT Show that might never happen.
It'll happen.
I'm curious how SHOT Show is going to look, man. We all know SHOT Show looking one way. Now
spacesuits. We'll all be walking around in spacesuits.
Too much money there. Too much money. Remember, the money will dictate.
Do you think they'll make us wear masks?
I fucking wear no mask. Sorry.
I don't think.
Pardon
I
my
don't
French. I'm wearing. You cannot talk to people with a goddamn mask on.
So I think playing off of what Walter's saying, I think the first thing I see the problem being trying to talk to somebody and not everybody screaming at each other.
Right.
Yes.
And two being, you imagine how dirty those things are going to be after 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Let alone a week or two. And
Yeah.
then on top of that, how many of us are dying sweating in t-shirts and nothing, and t-shirts and a pair of pants? Now you put a mask in front of your face.
You can't
I
breathe.
mean,
And all these hungover bastards will be passing out from lack of air. After the first day of the show, half the people are all hungover the next day.
Yeah.
And they're wandering.
Oh,
After
yeah.
about the third day, they're like, oh. That's why they get sick, because they run their ass down and their immune system goes to shit because it's full of alcohol.
Yeah.
What's funny is that was the one thing that was the first shot. So that's what I learned is I didn't drink enough water and I got sick.
Mhm.
And after that, I was talking to somebody and they said, dude, you got to drink water the entire time. Keep yourself up. And I haven't gotten sick since using water and
Yeah.
whatever those vitamin C pills are, whatever you take before you go.
Yeah, we
Or
do that.
airborne or
I drink
something.
orange juice the whole time and
I
water.
heard some-
That's good.
Early on, I heard somebody sent me a note on Facebook about the coronavirus, and they're saying if you were to get the stuff in your mouth and you drink, it goes into your stomach, and the stomach eats it up, kills it or whatever. So drink a lot. But then I saw something not too long ago about mouthwash, and that's alcohol basically. So I guess
Yeah, there's a lot of people making money on treatment, like fake treatments.
a little vodka and tonic, and boom, you're good to go, man. Tonic is the quinine stuff, right? Which quinine stuff is the stuff to use for malaria, one of them. So there you go, man.
SHOT Show 2021 will have hand sanitizer on one side of the booth and a bunch of booze on the other side.
Yeah.
Wash your hands and drink your booze.
All they need is just a Trump dispenser of that what is it?
Hydrochloroquine.
Yeah, hydrochloroquine.
See,
just
but
a Trump dispenser out there.
That's not. I don't know if you guys know, but the hydrochloroquine is not the thing that fixes you. The hydrochloroquine, you'd have to take that with zinc.
Mhm.
The zinc is what attacks the stuff in the cells. The hydrochloroquine lets the zinc come in.
Mm-hmm.
It lets it pass through the cell wall.
Yes.
That's what it
You
does.
heard
So
that
you have
here
to-
from Dr. Keller.
It's a fact. It's a
Yeah.
fact. I'm just sorry,
It's a PhD that he has, player hater degree.
I've been watching people that are real doctors talk about it.
No, I'm just teasing you.
Not the CNN people that wear a mask like this.
Well, okay, there's a couple things on this whole mask situation that's funny to me. I've seen dudes doing YouTube videos in masks. I'm like, come on now.
So
What are we doing here? Seriously.
We were driving home from a match this Sunday, and there was a dude mowing his yard. And these are like 15, 20 acre plots of land with a mask on,
Mhm.
and it had to have been 85 degrees out. And I'm thinking, A, you're gonna fall, you're gonna die, and two, I'm like, there's nobody around you for 15 acres.
Well,
like, what's your mask on?
Well,
for?
he might be allergic to like the pollen.
be.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. He could be.
Yeah.
Some people wear masks, to keep the dust and the crap out of their face and everything. I get that. I've seen that.
Yeah,
but-
driving in your own car with a mask doesn't make sense.
How do you not?
Why you get okay? Do you want to? Why don't you come over here? You going somewhere, Lola? Why don't you come over here and say hi to all the people? Come on, Lola.
Come on.
Look at
You're
Lola.
making fun of
Look,
my mask.
she's wearing a mask.
I have to.
She's wearing the mask.
I'll let Lola get by with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, people making YouTube videos while they're wearing the mask. I'm like, okay, And then what you were saying about the mask. Like one of the things when you're talking to people, especially at SHOT Show, right, with the big crowd, you already can't hear people. A lot of times you're reading lips. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's how because everybody, if you can't understand, some people, just the way they talk, it's hard to understand. So if you can see the lips, you can kind of figure out what the heck they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got, like how many of us, you talk for 2 or 3 days straight, your voice is gone, and your yelling is barely recognizable. Now add a mask on top of that, you're going to be hoarse no matter 2 days.
Yeah.
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 That's
which is all going to happen. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes down, what they do, what security in Vegas. First of all, I don't think security in Vegas is going to want you to be everyone walking around with masks.
Yeah. Well, how's that? I mean, how's this all work? Eventually a bank has to open back up, right?
Mm-hmm.
and you can't wear a mask in a bank. Sorry.
Yeah. The banks right now
Well,
are
it's
just
fun-
doing drive-up.
Yeah, it's drive-through.
Yeah,
I did a drive-through with my dad the other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're not going to be able to wear a mask in a bank. Sorry, that's bad juju, Bonna.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, that's what we were talking about out here. Is our stuff starting to open back up, and it's like I can't. I mean, they're saying they're going to allow you to wear a mask into the bank, but I'm just thinking you couldn't wear a hat and a hoodie
And sunglasses. You can't wear sunglasses and a hat. You know what I mean?
You couldn't do that five months ago. Now they're going to say like a mask that covers from your nose down. Cool. I just can't see it happening. I can't see them saying yes to that.
No, the kids either. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
And in reality, the mask does absolutely nothing unless you're sick and you're spewing out stuff.
Yeah,
The mask does.
yeah.
It's a placebo. That's what a mask is.
It makes some people feel better. Gainesville was dropping the mask restriction. They actually dropped it, and then everyone in Gainesville, because they're all a bunch of commie bastards.
Crybabies.
Yeah, cried about it. Oh no, we want to wear. Which you could wear the mask if you want to. Nobody gives a crap.
Just stay home if you're so scared.
Yeah.
Stay home. Save us all.
Yeah.
Make the driving even better. Just stay home, you scared.
Yeah.
You know.
Someone says someone said they wear the gas masks.
Well, that's what I said, man. If they're gonna make me wear a mask, I'll
hardcore.
I'll don the official one. You know, I mean, I'll put the.
Yeah, you've got the range and Clinton Sanders saying in their state they're actually encouraged to wear a mask
Mm-hmm.
in the bank.
That's crazy.
Oh, so you can go in. So in their state, the banks are open for you to go in.
Well,
Okay.
when I went to the bank with a drive-through with my dad the other day, all I could see was one woman inside, and she had a mask on. Now, is that to stop her from spewing on my my tube that goes through the thing and pops down there and I grab it out? I don't know. What's the point of the woman inside having a mask on?
I don't know. A lot of this is really silly. A lot of it is really silly. If you're sick, stay home.
Right.
You know, that's basically it. That's what you can do. You know, if you're out in the world, there's too many chances. What's up, Adam?
Yeah, we did have. So there was two questions I saw as we were talking. One of them was about mounting plates. That is issue with MOS and Optic or asked about. Anyways, Kathleen Music Lover.
Yeah.
So the mounting plates for these are RMR compatible. So if you have an RMR compatible, they mount to that. So the Glock MOSs come with one. The 509, which is this one, that one has like I showed earlier, the Picatinny mount, and that one's RMR compatible. So it mounts right to your RMR. And then there will also be a plate that you don't even need the intermittent. You'll just do one plate right from us, and it'll attach. And the other question was about the battery change. So we did change batteries so that we can mount them in the side, because you're not going to get the big 2032s in the side of the optic. It'll take too much space. But you're still getting 50,000 hours on the dot. So you're still getting that 5 years. So it's still, the other ones were 10 years. This is 5 years. Still ridiculous time frames. I mean, it's ridiculous. But those batteries are still easily gotten at, Walmart or, wherever you shop for I buy batteries off Amazon for batteries. But those are all still available. It's pretty cheap through there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how many of the optics are battery and solar powered?
All the ones except for the K, which is this little guy.
Mm-hmm.
That one doesn't have. There's really nowhere to put a solar panel on this one.
Okay.
The rest of them all have a solar option or have solar, so you're good to go on that. And you can run that, like Hank's seen it at SHOT Show and stuff, and Walter. But you can run those off that without a battery even in them. Which usually at SHOT Show we've got one or two of them with no battery in them, just to show people you don't need a battery and just the ambient light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. I don't know if there are any other questions. We could definitely get any other questions if you guys have them on this, and we'll be here for the whole duration of the time. Adam will be showing off his optics. When can people expect these? I'm sure you covered it, but let's just
you're gonna see the first one start dropping. I'm gonna say end of probably between now and the middle of June. And then they'll kind of flow out after that. Obviously, what everyone is experiencing with COVID is the same thing we're experiencing with shipping and other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to start rolling out pretty quick. So you're going to start seeing like the 508 V2, which is that titanium one, and then everything else flowing out pretty quick here.
Yeah. Adams wants to know if you can work in a round counter on the optic. Which is probably not a bad idea, but a little timer chip in there, you know.
What was it? It was Halo, wasn't it? The Halo game had the counter in the gun in the top of it, I think.
Oh, really? Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think it was
probably
that one with the movie Aliens.
Yeah, I'm sure with technology that's possible. If you want to pay another $100 for it.
I think it needs a COVID-19 detector in it.
Yeah, right.
But I did tell you guys that the U.S. military, I heard this on radio when I was driving home one day,
Mm-hmm.
they are put out a requirement or a request or one of these things for companies to come up with a wearable COVID-19 detector.
Okay. Yeah, didn't the military want that? I know someone
Yeah.
sent me a link about that the military.
How in
requested
the,
it.
you know how much money they're gonna? You thought they blow a lot on oh man, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I know, man. It's all just another way. Kathleen Music Lover wants to know if you answered the optic mounting plates question.
Yeah, I just tagged her in the comment section too.
Yeah.
But Kathleen, they're RMR. They're the RMR plates. So for the one who asks, can it fit his Canic? Pretty much it'll fit every gun that has an RMR plate, and I don't know of a gun that doesn't ship with an RMR plate.
Okay. So basically, the footprint of the Holosun is the same as the RMR.
Yep. Yeah. The only one that's different is the K, because obviously it's significantly smaller,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the Romeo Zero, the RMSC. It's that footprint.
It's equivalent to that. Is this info on the website?
So the one thing that we not, you hate to mention your competitor on your own website, so you're not usually going to see it say it's the RMR compatible. But as much as they want to slap me for it when you're at SHOT Show, people ask what's it mount to, I'm like, yes, the RMR.
Right.
Because
Okay.
everyone knows the RMR. It's just a term now.
Do you work directly for Holosun or indirectly?
I'm a contract worker for Holosun.
Mm-hmm.
My day job takes up most of my time, but I do. Most of you guys have seen me at trade shows. I do the interviews like with Hank and everybody, and then I shoot competition for Holosun, which is how it all started.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see me at that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And James Miller asked, are there any police departments or SWAT teams that use them? There are police departments and SWAT teams that use the Holosun optics. I don't know which ones we're allowed to talk about, but it is on the approved list for a number of them, including some SWAT teams. And one of the SWAT teams helped us design the 507, 508, 509. They helped us with that, that progression. Mostly the 507, but I'm sure that lended itself to the 509 as well.
Okay.
So,
and Kathleen Music Lover says recommended mounting plates like C&H, etc.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can use those for sure. There is the I think it's the C&H. That one has one that even has a small window that goes around, and it helps protect the glass if you're racking it off of something.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have all seen the dudes who rack it off a wood board or something, and it works on that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you can totally run them off of there.
By the way, I just saw this down. I just saw my assault.
So you have an RMR on that thing there?
Yeah, I need one of those for this. I don't know if you can.
Or that has like a laser guided.
A little mountain plate in there. A
laser designator on your assault pistol.
There you go. All right. So let's see here. All right, let's see if there's any other questions on this before. If something comes up, then we'll come back to it. Kathleen says Glock MOS mounting plates kind of suck. I found them to be thin. They are a little.
They really are.
Thin.
Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to find a link to their website, and I'm. It's CHWPS. They make some really solid plates.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I obviously I can't show the gun on here. So
No.
Plus it's downstairs. That way I can't do it. So Hank does the. But yeah, it is C&H though, as she said, but CHPWS. They've sent me a couple plates. In full disclosure, they were free to run with, and I really liked them. The one thing I liked a lot that like Aaron Cohen and some of those guys experienced, is that when you rack something off like a plywood board or something hard enough or enough times, eventually you're going to either scratch or hit the glass. At some point you'll do it. Broken board, a nail, whatever. One of theirs has a buffer thing built in so that when you're doing that, there's a slight buffer between the optic and what you're hitting it against, and it seems to really prolong how many times you can do that.
Yeah.
Which has been really nice, because that's one thing. Excuse me. That's one thing that you see a lot of with people, is that's what they worry about is, what if I shatter that glass and I don't have like co-witnessing irons? It's a problem. So those are things to look at.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see. I think there's a couple of more questions here.
The range was asking me how complex is it to mill pistol slides out for a red dot. It depends on the slide, and it depends on. I mean, I got to figure out how much time is it going to take to do that versus the cost and everything else.
Yeah. Do you get into that kind of stuff, Walt? I didn't think so.
No.
Okay.
No, it's just.
Yeah, I've got a friend a company that does that stuff, but I mean, I can tell everybody, when you start looking, for the most part, when you start milling out a slide, you're going to be into it more than you probably want to be. I mean, unless it's your end all be all gun, you don't want to buy a new one, because time on a milling machine ain't cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes longer to set the machine up or set the slide up in the machine than it does to mill out the slot. So,
Right.
Yeah.
People have to charge money for that, and it's not cheap.
Well, I mean, depending the gun that we're talking about here, Glocks, there's tons of slides you could buy online.
Unless you find somebody who does that and has the machines with programs already set up and fixturing for each different slide, they just drop it in, zero it, and boom, they go.
Yeah.
But while we were talking about Canic, I looked at my Canic, and my Canic must
yesterday.
be an old
You looked at it yesterday.
I looked, yeah,
you remember
whatever.
you remember you were looking at it yesterday when you were on the show.
And it doesn't have a place for that. So,
Right. Okay, so
go ahead.
Phrasing.
I hear that it doesn't have one.
Yeah, you hear that. Suspicions say. Okay, so let's see here. What other questions? Anyway, I know for Glocks, there's tons of slides you can buy aftermarket. Barnauls, a bunch of different companies have aftermarket slides. What other guns have all does anyone do that for the 365 or any other guns yet?
Yeah, the 365 XL I think comes pre-cut. I'm not sure the 365 does. I think the Hellcat comes pre-cut. I think the P365 does come cut. I think
there might be a
most
version.
of the XDs do.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be. A lot of these have the version where it's cut and not cut, and you save $30-$50.
Yeah.
Your most of your Springfields now have it. Your Smith & Wessons almost all have it. Your Glocks, the Masada, Canics. I think SIGs now pretty much everything seems to be cut now, which I think was a solid move by SIG. Just kind of keeping everything cut. I mean, I think that's what IWI did it smart too. They didn't release a cut and non-cut one. It's just it comes cut. Yeah. And I think that's the way to do it, because you leave that base plate on there if you don't want to do it. They come with a cover for them. Just don't run an optic. But if you want to, now you have both options.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if there was any. Let's see what happens here. I don't know if there were any other questions on that. We could definitely. Chris Bolas says that the Walther the Canic Elite SC has a side cut in it.
Yeah, mine's an older version. It's an Elite, but it's not the SC.
Yeah. So there you go. All right, let's move on to some other stuff. Now, let me ask you this question, Adam. Have you ever been introduced to my balls?
I mean, that one time in 2017.
I'm talking about these things. I'm talking about these things right here. Yeah.
That wasn't SHOT Show. That was a different show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know what you were talking about. I'm not really sure what you were referring to over there.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So now, maybe the thing that Adam was referring to, this is a question I got. This is a new thing that's coming online here. Adam, let me ask you this question. This might be a little embarrassing, but we're friends, right? Okay. After all, we were talking about your package at the beginning of the show. So,
yeah.
So let me ask you, when it comes to the man grooming, the manscaping, do you get into that stuff? Can you?
Yeah, man. You gotta take care of the shrubbery.
The shrubbery, right? When it comes to the shrubbery, right? So, For everyone who's like, why are they talking about this right now?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. For the podcast here, we've actually, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Manscaped. Have you guys seen Manscaped yet on the YouTubes and all over the place? So this is a new company.
They sponsor the professional cornhole league. They do.
Yes. So basically, here it goes. This is what their device looks like right here. It says, Manscaped says your balls will thank you. Basically, what it is, it's snag free. Check that out. Snag free. It has a little. Look, it's got a little LED light in it.
Light, yeah.
To steal Joe Rogan's joke, if you're doing this in the dark, there's something wrong with you. But, but it's snag-free, waterproof. So check it out. These guys, they gave us a code for everyone out there. You can tell us right now. I know you're all gun guys, and you're all tough and everything. But if you when you go out there and you cut the grass on the lawn, you also cut the grass on the lawn, kind of a deal. Manscaped has given us a code, and they also sent this to myself, to Walter. As you can see, Walter's got one over there. Babyface P, who's not here. I don't know what particular Adam uses or whatever. Maybe we'll get him to convert over to Manscaped. But the
Go
code
to the dark side, he does.
Yeah, there's a 20% off code. It's Strange20. You guys are going to see us talking about this, posting up some social media stuff as well as putting it. Oh, you go old school. Adam goes old school.
Yeah, I just go with the trimming.
Ooh, just be careful.
That's dangerous. That's real dangerous. That's real
I
dangerous.
was like, is there a pair of scissors around here? I'm like, yes, there is.
But check it out. I have tried it out. It's waterproof, so you can use it in the shower. You can, whatever your methods are. If you want us to get all deep into that and give you guys some advice about it, if you
hear that, can't you?
Yeah, huh? Oh yeah, Walter, you're running it, huh? See, these we can handle. YouTube doesn't mind us handling these. Or you're not actually running it over there, are you, Walter? You trying it out right now?
No, I'm not manscaping at the moment. No. I can't multitask like that.
So
I carry a revolver. Cut the weeds and the tree looks bigger.
Wait, hold on. Where was that? Let me see where that.
It's like 7 or 8 up.
Oh, okay.
And I think
Boom.
that does come with an RMR mounting plate. So yeah, the range you can mount your Holosun 509
you can mount the guards on there for sure. So listen, the code is Strange20. If you guys, there's gonna be there's people gonna be buying stuff over the weekend and all that kind of stuff. The code is Strange20. It gets you free shipping and 20% off. And as the Manscaped folks say, your balls will thank you. So
Yeah, I think I call on couplescaping, to be honest.
Couplescaping. Oh, so are you authorized to tell us about this, Walter?
I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm just going to say couplescaping.
Couplescaping. Yes, that's a new activity that you could do with your significant other. I'm sure that your significant other will also thank you. Listen, if you're a high speed, low drag, if you're as a gun guy, you want to be the ultimate version of high.
Only complaint.
Don't choke, Adam. Don't choke.
My only complaint about the manscaping package that I received is
right.
There was a T-shirt in there which is a large, and I don't wear a large.
Oh yeah, they sent me a medium, if you could believe that.
Well, yeah, and here's a set of some briefs in a medium.
Oh no. No. My junk is extra large at minimum.
Yeah, just because I trim it don't mean it's going to fit in the medium. No, it ain't that fur. Come on.
You could give that to Will, though. You could give it to Will. He's the only one bony enough for that. But yeah, so you tried it.
Container,
Yeah, it comes in a nice little bag.
Oh, they gave us some other stuff in here too. Can we show that?
Yeah, absolutely.
They got this stuff called ball toner. Whatever that is.
Reviver, that's a reviver.
It's still sealed, as you can see.
Yeah, that just gives little spritz, freshens you up. Yeah.
And here is the ball deodorant.
Yeah. You always want the Jubilees to smell good, of course.
Is the tagline for that? She'll thank you. So there you go. So
definitely you guys will see us. We'll be talking about that. If you all want to know any more about that, let us know. We've had it actually for a while. Like I said, I've tried it out. Works great. Snag free. That's like the scariest thing, right? You're doing that.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't want to bleed your own blood, on the family jewels.
Okay.
There's nothing scarier.
I'm telling you.
You ever seen that? There's that show, Sex Sent Me to the ER or something. You ever seen that's like
I know
on,
what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah. It's like you don't want to be there with your balls dangling out.
Yeah.
I think when Hank said that, I think he had a flashback. You could just see his eyes. He was reliving something. He's like 2019.
What happens in Vegas? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So anyway, listen. Especially for the podcast side of what we're doing, this is like, we're getting to that level. We're not on Joe Rogan level where like YouTube's gonna offer us not YouTube, what was it? Spotify offer us $100 million or anything like that. Yeah, but so what's going to happen here is Manscaped's giving us this opportunity to put this out there, and if enough people react to it, then they may actually come on board here with helping us to pay the bills around here. So, plus, look, we are modern men.
Yeah.
They say gun guys are all super macho and wouldn't do this stuff. Adam, there you go, super macho, competitive gun guy. Walter Keller, Crow Magnum Beast.
I got it. You can shave for days.
And
Is this where we insert that if they donate $5 more to the show, you're gonna send the how-to video out?
No, that's gonna be on OnlyFans. If you want to see that, you're gonna definitely have to sign up. Which I don't even know. I gotta check with Lola's not even here. Lola went out, but. Yeah, I don't even know if I have. Do you guys know what that is? See, Adam's laughing, so he knows what that is.
I think that's what we talked. I think we talked about last time.
Yeah, OnlyFans. Do you know what that is, Walter?
Well, it's like a pay-per-view kind of thing.
It's a thing now that you see. If you look at those IG chicks, right? Yeah. They all have an OnlyFans account, and it's basically a place where people go and they have to pay them, and then they get to see the. They get to see the pictures.
They get to see the business.
Yeah, they get to see the pictures of the business that otherwise can't
minus the
go
bikini.
up anywhere. Yeah, so there you go. So if you need those kinds of instructions, that's going to be, it's pretty straightforward what you do.
That's just Patreon. That's all it is, man.
So there you go. All right, so one more time I'm going to tell you guys. So Manscaped, Strange 20% off plus free shipping. There you go. So. There you go. Camp David is embarrassed by
topic,
this.
Please.
Yeah, he says next topic. Come on, we talk about way more embarrassing stuff than this. Yeah, way more embarrassing stuff. If you can't talk about it, and by the way, let's keep in mind here. So, like, one of the things I have to tell you guys, like, trying to talk to people to help sponsor the podcast side, which, like this is the live show. This is not really the podcast, right? We strip out the audio and we put that up. But a lot of companies don't want to do it because we're gun guys. So they don't want to rock and roll with us. So there you go. I mean, Black Rifle Coffee's not knocking my door down or anything like that, but they should come out with their own shaver. Black Rifle Coffee.
People should always keep in mind too, man. Everything, when you're on podcast 500 and something, imagine how much time and effort that takes.
Yeah.
And like you said, I mean, it's hard to get people to sponsor stuff, man. You do all this stuff, and it's really just a labor of love for you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We're trying to make this better and all that kind of stuff. So, we got to keep it going. I mean, even like, one of the this place, for example, where I'm in, this building is super ghetto. If I tell you guys the stuff that happens here, you won't believe it. Like the other day, so there was a different company that was in here before I moved over here. And actually, this is interesting. You guys tell me what you think about this. So when we moved over here, I'm not the landlord, but the guy that manages the building, there was some big, the big whiteboards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The people, there was some big ones here, but he was taking them down. He was because whoever was here before left them when they moved out, and he was like, oh, he already had them down. He was like, oh, we're gonna toss these out, and I was like, oh no, man, put them back up, because I can use whiteboards. I can write stuff on there, remember stuff. Lola can give me notes. So he was like, okay, put them back up. So that became like part of our thing, right? It belongs to this particular space that we're renting. Well, the other day, someone's knocking on the door. It's a guy who was in this office before, moved out, and then came back over here, and he came up here to get the whiteboards. And I was like, no, I don't think so. That's not happening.
Yeah, it's like.
It's like, no, I could just come in there and get my. I was like, no, I don't think you're not gonna get the whiteboards. And he was like, why? I was like, because I'm using them now. They belong.
You left them.
Yeah, you left them here.
That's been how long? That's been months.
I've been here for at least 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
7 months, longer than this year. Since last year or something like that. We moved over here, and he was like, oh well, let me at least take one. I was like, no, no. So just that kind of weird stuff that where I've never if you move out of your apartment
and you leave all your furniture there.
Yeah, you leave your bed. You leave your bed. Yeah. Someone moves in.
Back, I want my furniture, and they're going like, "What furniture? There ain't no furniture here, bitch. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
I put it out by the street.
It's so crazy, man. So many crazy things go down. By the way, shout out to John Crump. I see John Crump out there, and whoever else I've missed. So there you go. Yeah. So anyway, now we can move on to.
Altum says, "Don't wax the poop shoot."
Don't wax the poop shoot. Hey, that's your personal preference.
Yeah.
What you want to do? Yeah, we're all free Americans. We're libertarians around here.
Yeah. You're free to wax whatever you like.
Yeah, we don't care. We don't care what you do. Jason St. Pierre says I'm a weird magnet. It was so crazy. This guy was actually trying to repo. And I was like, dude, if you moved out of an apartment and you left your bed frame or something there, that's it. You forfeited that. And let's say the people moving in, oh, we'll keep this. And then you show up and you're like, guess what, though? I want that bed frame back. No. It's gone. So, yeah.
Look at the feed from the show.
Yeah.
Armament and Axes.
Yeah, Armament and Axes gave us $5. He says, please don't do a video, a how-to video on manscaping, Hank. It's going to take a lot more than that for me not to do. But thank you. I appreciate it.
See, man, I'm getting you paid. Reverse psychology.
Threats. Preemptive actions. Okay, I won't do it. Walter will do it.
No, thank you for volunteering.
Yeah.
$200 now. Wow.
Oh yeah, sure. I wish.
That ain't enough.
Yeah, no. These guys will just be like, you know what? Just bring it on. We'll just watch it. Yeah, we've got to watch it. We've got to deal with that. We'll just deal with it. And DCG44 says WMMF, no limits. That's right. Yeah, man. We do what we got to do around here. So there you go. But let's see what else we got. What gun stuff do we have going on?
Why don't we talk about the crazy people in Florida?
Oh yeah, let's remind the people about this. Might be because we're from Florida.
What happened?
I shared this in the chat, Walter. Here, I'll share it with you again. So you know what? I'll throw it up for the people so they can see this Florida man thing from the TMZs.
Oh, you see the fight at the Home Depot? That you're talking about?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
That's local for me, man.
Yeah, that's what I saw. It was in Tampa.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God, look at this paint flying and fist flying. And
let's put this up on the screen here.
Big white guy beating down on some Mexicans, it looks like, or something.
I think all of these people were of Latin descent, I want to say.
I don't know, man.
I think all of these people were of Latin descent here. But yeah, man, they're going at it with some paint. So... yeah, this is crazy.
I see a shovel going to somebody too, man. What's a shovel going up in the air?
If you throw paint anywhere near my car, you are done for. And then, first of all, there's a really big guy that these guys are trying to fight. You gotta leave big dudes alone, man. There's a lot of weight behind those.
I guess he's Hispanic or something, but he looks like a big white guy.
They messed up this pickup truck right here. You see, there's paint all over it right there.
Yeah, it's latex.
They've got paint all over. So this is what it says. Well, this is not going to paint a pretty picture. Hold on. Can't say that 3 times fast. Well, this is not going to paint a pretty picture of Florida. Nevertheless, just enjoy. For some strange reason, at least 4 men at a Tampa Home Depot got heated in the loading zone right outside the store Wednesday and began brawling. using paint cans as weapons. At one point, one of the tools picks up a shovel or a large garden tool and swings it at another, which that's assault.
Yeah,
But
that's dangerous
yeah,
shit.
but the majority of the action is between a hefty what is it? A hefty paint-covered man and a smaller guy. The beefy boy charges the little dude while slapping at him, but the smaller man holds his own and eventually chucks a canful of white paint at him, forcing a retreat. So these guys all apparently work together if you read through this whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they work together and know each other.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
geez.
didn't want to press charge.
It's COVID-19 stress.
Imagine, like, whose truck was that? That's what I want to know. Because
There's
there's
no.
no...
It's a newer truck too.
I don't know. Does that belong to the big guy? Because, yeah, you throw paint on my truck, it's on.
And then you get paint all over you. How are you going to get home when you got
Yeah.
paint all over you? Going to sit in your seat of your truck with paint all over you?
No,
Have to go out behind the
that's
Home
it.
Depot and
No,
get
you got to
a-
strip down. Yeah, you got to strip
You have
down,
to wash
shower.
all that latex off you, yeah.
Or go back into Home Depot, buy some garbage bags.
They ain't going to let you back in the store after that.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm sure they're banned from that store forever.
Get out of here.
You know, and then it's all evidence, but I don't think they press charges against each other.
And
Yeah.
you got all that mess all over on the Home Depot. People got to come out and clean that up.
Yeah, Kathleen Music Lover says Buddy's getting pissed off. Walter and I, we get pissed off all the time. We don't start throwing
I
paint.
don't start throwing stuff.
Right.
Nothing. We don't start throwing nothing. I remember. Did I ever put up that video of where Babyface shot your gun before you did? Did I ever put that up? I can't remember if I did.
No,
or I
you didn't. I don't care if you do. It didn't bother me. And then I started dropping the mags on the ground and throwing the gun on the ground.
Yeah, that
too.
was Walter getting mad.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh,
forget it. Now I'm going to be tactical on my reload. I'm just going to drop it.
I dropped the guns in the dirt. And stuff
Yeah.
Too. I dropped
Yeah.
my CMP 1911 that cost $900 in the dirt. So yeah.
Yeah. Dan Hates You says, I've got Carhartt seat covers. It'll be fine. Yeah. No, there's no way. No one should be getting back in that car. But the car is already messed up. It's got paint. I'm not really sure what you could do with that. What do you get? Like, could you put turpentine or something on a paint job?
Well, if it's latex, it's water based. You can
Just hose it off.
probably hose it all off. If it's outside, the inside stuff a little different. But if
Yeah.
you don't wait, you gotta wait. You can't let it dry though. That's
Yeah.
for damn sure.
Imagine if they worked for someone, like someone was the boss and sent these dudes to Home Depot to get some paint. Like, how do you explain that to your boss?
There's the $200 worth of paint all over the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so crazy. But it's Florida. It's Florida. Yeah.
It's hot today. It was warm in the shop, man. It was hot.
Yeah.
It's like, feels like summer's back.
Do you know where that store was, Walt?
I have to look at the thing. Again.
Okay. All right.
I've probably been there at one
Mhm.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. What else we got? Any gun stuff? I'm trying to pull up. Pull up some gun news. Any cool badass guns coming up here? Really, no one is announcing anything. Like, I'm not really seeing any new announcements coming out. Even though there was supposed to be stuff at SHOT Show, I'm not really seeing any big announcements coming up. Now, there is a video, an article actually, that went up on AmmoLand, catching up with Vincent Mann of Walther Arms, which Vincent has been on the show. Walther's been on the show. Of course, they sponsor us here. But he came on to talk about stuff that they announced at SHOT Show, but he wouldn't tell me any of the new stuff coming up, which I'm sure all of these companies had. They had things that they were going to put out for, for NRA, right? But I think they're just putting all of that off till, I guess, next year.
Yeah, I mean, if people want to check like two things out, I was thinking about is if you check out the new IWI Zion, their AR-15, solid price point with really nice features.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing that just came out recently is Hyperfire released their MPX trigger that has some extra, I mean, I call it cushion, but it's like a rubber thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to help avoid having the trigger snap because the PCCs are so violent on the triggers.
Uh-huh.
So it's a one-piece trigger. It's no longer like full, it takes 10 seconds. For their old ones, you just put the springs together and stuff.
Yeah.
This one's all one piece. So
What
those
was
two
that?
things are relatively new.
What was that MPX trigger that you installed, Walter?
That's
I know we
terrible.
did. Didn't we do a trigger? I think that
Yes,
video's
yes,
up. I
we
just
did.
can't remember. Was it
Yeah.
Timney?
Timney has one. Timney has an MPX.
Timony. I think it was a Timony trigger.
Yeah.
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 Timney has one, and I think it's actually rated for the MPX, but nobody else really had an MPX rated trigger, is my understanding, and now Hyperfire does.
Yeah, because they were breaking triggers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a Hyperfire 24C in mine, and they said they kind of warranty most almost everything, but I heard too many dudes that were like, you shoot a couple thousand rounds, and it'll just snap the hammer right off.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so violent.
Yeah. Camp David wants to know if there's any PSA release scuttlebutt. So tomorrow, even though we're not doing a show tomorrow, I will be here working. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to be doing 2 of these catching up videos with PSA. But that's all I could tell you right now.
Stay tuned.
So there's I don't know whether or not there's gonna be any super new news out there, but I'm gonna try. I always try to find out stuff.
He's prying.
Yeah, I try. Who was like a famous investigative reporter? Yeah, I'm trying to think. I try to be like Barbara Walters or something. I don't know. She wasn't really investigative.
Barbara Wawa.
Yeah, Barbara Wawa. Yeah. Anyway. We'll see what news that we get from PSA. I think a lot of these guys are waiting for the end of the year at this point. I mean, PSA already announced a bunch of stuff at SHOT Show, so I don't know what else.
Well, right now, I have a feeling and I've noticed because people are selling ammo cheaper than they were a month ago. Mm-hmm. I think everybody is pretty much bought out.
Tapped out?
Yeah. I mean, people have tapped out their credit cards. They probably tapped out the Trump money.
Right, right.
And so they're just, right now, it's like, maybe we won't bring a new product out so it can just flounder.
Right.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. I think after the stimulus money was gone, you might as well just wait until probably more towards Christmas time when people start getting Christmas bonuses again. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you're just not you're competing for very, very few dollars.
Yeah. Well, and at the same time, if you already announced stuff at SHOT Show, and then all of this hit before you could do NRA, let's say, right? Those are the 2 bookend big shows that most people outside of the industry look at. Then you might as well just first of all, you have to focus making guns right now because everyone's buying guns, and then you've got to deliver on those things before you come out with new stuff. Whereas if it was a normal year, it would be very competitive, and really sales would kind of be flat. So they're trying to come out with something new to get you to get you to buy stuff.
Because with the whole virus thing, people were buying whatever they could get their hands on. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Too much what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing I can say, I did, today's Thursday? Yesterday, I did one of the catching up videos with Jay Jacobson of Franklin Armory, and that'll probably be out tomorrow or something like that. And I can tell you guys, he was saying on the subject of like sales, he said when things are bad in America, people buy guns. And when things are really good in America, people buy guns. But he said if everything in America is like on a mellow, even kind of thing, that's when all the sales slow down. And that's why there's companies during that time like them, if you're different, because if all those sales like just basically flatline, if you're just making ARs and stuff like that, you're not going to have a good time. But when you're making different things or accessories and stuff like that, you can keep going. So.
Yeah.
Well, when you think about, it was only 2 or 3 months ago. Probably now it's probably 4 or 5 months ago. There was like crazy sales going on, just trying to move stuff. They were including ammo with guns, optics with guns, and now it's like whatever you can find, you're going to get for whatever you can find it at. You're not going to be able to like pick and choose. Mm-hmm. So what a difference just a couple of weeks makes.
Yeah. Also, one of the things I wanted to let me see if I can even pull this up to share this with you guys. But one of the things he did talk about in that video when it comes out is they have a gun called the Title I. Basically, it's a California gun. And it's not, here, let me see if I can read this for you all here. Because it's on my phone. So basically, the Title I, the way that it's set up, is a long gun that's neither a rifle or a shotgun, right? So it doesn't fit into the definition of a rifle, shotgun, or pistol. And so it's so currently, by the definition in the state of California, it's not, it doesn't have to be like, go through all that stuff, right? So it's their Title I, and he actually shows it. You guys will see that in the video. He's showing it. It doesn't have a stock. It's got a long barrel on it, and there's other features. So because it's not that, this is a gun that you should be able to buy in California. But the ATF has been giving them a hard time, and then recently the ATF actually told California to make a rule to call this an assault weapon.
So is there a thing called collusion?
I don't know what the hell. Yeah, since what?
What they're colluding against your ability to make money, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it just seems
there's
strange.
Definitely something wrong with that. Yeah.
In the government, they call that Friday.
Yeah. Well, apparently so. I'm trying to see if I could pull this up here and share it with you guys on the screen. Okay, let's try this. Let me see. No, my phone's not allowing me to share the phone. I'll just read it. Okay. Franklin Armory has received confirmation that the California Department of Justice Bureau of Firearms has solicited the state to create a new law to require Title I to be registered as an assault weapon. Title I is a long gun that's neither a rifle nor a shotgun. Since Title I is not a rifle, shotgun, or pistol, it's not currently defined by the state as an assault weapon. Therefore, it's perfectly legal for Californians to purchase and own Title I. However, the department has not changed their website to account for this specific type of firearm transaction. Consequently, the state appears to be capriciously depriving the rights of Californians under the color of their authority by refusing to add the classification type of other to state-run websites. And then they're saying, in tandem with this proposed legislation, California Governor Newsom's office has submitted a budget request including a line item of almost $1 million dedicated to the latest state registration scheme to register and ban the future sale of firearms. So to further add insult to the law-abiding citizens of the Golden State, this law has been drafted to have an effective date of July 1st, 2020. So whenever they put it in, it's going to go back to July. You understand? Because this is probably going to happen after July, and they're going to make it go back. So given that the typical non-emergency timeline for the legislative process would normally have an effective date of January 1st of the following year, this draft appears to demonstrate an overreach of government authority. So they, this is something they wanted to share with people, and Jay was talking about this, along with other things when he was on. I think that's going to probably get turned on tomorrow so you guys can see that. So, yeah, Len Holt says, wait a minute, the federal agency is telling a state agency what they should do. California, yeah, this time they will listen. I don't know, it's really weird, right?
I mean, it's just frustrating in general that, I mean, I know we all feel this way, but it's just crazy that an imaginary line on a map can make the difference between you owning something and being a felon. And it's really just an arbitrary line on a map. When you really think about how the states are divided up, it's just, you can live 10 feet this way and be a felon, 10 feet this way and you're fine. It's crazy.
It's not supposed to work like that in America.
No, land of the free, man.
Yeah. But a lot of these agencies, like the ATF and all that's running kind of wild anyway.
You see where Trump had to pull his nominee for because that
guy was anti-gun.
He wouldn't answer any questions.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hank said it straight or said it right. I think last time I heard he was pretty anti-gun. That guy.
Yeah.
Not pro-gun.
I think he's one of those. He was a former police chief, right? But he's one of those guys.
He was
he was Fraternal Order of Police person.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah.
Which is nothing but a politician.
Yeah.
That's what. When you become a police chief, you're a politician.
Yeah.
because you don't do what's best for your guys on the street. You do what's best for the mayor.
So what's weird here, and I know everyone's going to be like, what? This is so crazy. But so if Trump, so remember NRA said Trump was the most pro-gun person ever running for president? How come Trump doesn't, like, I don't know if he should go to the NRA to take any advice on who to do this, but how about Trump nominating someone who's actually from the firearms industry into this thing? How about that? How about we get like an actual firearms industry person?
How about
in
an
the ATF?
actual firearms owner?
Yeah.
Well, I think we all think the same way, but other people don't. But it's like, why wouldn't if you were gonna do something with gyms, wouldn't you do something to someone who owns a gym or knows a gym or works out? You wouldn't get a guy who doesn't work out. For guns, you think you'd find somebody who knows guns. I mean,
right.
It'd be logical, but they don't do logical.
I'm trying to find that story. I think we read it yesterday. Where was it? It's gonna probably be way down here. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with all this stuff, but if they really, really want to do something about this, okay, here we go. Trump gives up on ATF nominee. Let's throw that up so we can see it here.
Yeah.
Trump gives up on ATF nominee, pulls Canterbury nomination from consideration. This on The Truth About Guns. Yesterday, the Trump administration pulled the nomination of Chuck Canterbury from consideration as director of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Canterbury was the former head of the Fraternal Order of Police. Good going, Walter. Kudos to you, Walter. See what happens when you shave the boys and let them breathe? The blood flow.
The cooling.
Yeah. Oh boy.
The CPU gets to be cooled off.
We're gonna have so much fun with this. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that. His nomination raised some alarms among gun rights supporters, and it became obvious that he was never gonna get the votes needed in the GOP-controlled Senate. Okay, this is one thing I can thank those bastards for.
Well, a lot of people were ringing their phones too.
Yeah. Good work out there to everyone that was out there getting in touch with these guys. Canterbury ran into trouble when Republicans weren't pleased by his perceived evasiveness during confirmation hearings. When he was asked about his stance on gun control laws, the nomination had split the gun rights community, with some in support of the nomination and others opposing it. So yeah, like if the person can't get support from Republicans, there's a problem.
Yeah, if you can't get support from the limp-wristed Republicans,
right,
then you got a problem. Yeah.
Yeah. So why did he nominate someone? Why not put like a gun guy that everyone could go, oh, this guy's pro-gun?
He's looking for a do-boy. He's not looking for an independent thinker. He's looking for a do-boy.
Yeah.
You want to put a do-boy in there to do what you say. So.
Yeah. So Yule Adams says, why can't the people vote the ATF boss? No, I don't think this is a thing that people should vote.
No, we don't want that. No, that won't fare well.
No.
You look at the numbers. It's a numbers thing.
This is a republic.
Well. Yeah, it won't fare well.
Yeah, don't make me get Reed in here to talk about why this is a republic.
No, but I mean, you don't have the people are not smart enough. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Not smart.
But we should. I mean, he should. Yeah. Okay. Tyven Show says Trump's head of transportation never drove a truck, never piloted a plane, but runs the transportation department.
They're not looking for people that have experience.
Yeah.
They're looking for somebody that'll do what they're told.
Yeah.
And that are bureaucrats. That's what they're looking for. Seasoned bureaucrats. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah. We got to change some of this stuff. We got to change some of this stuff and get real people in here.
Well, it's like when kids go to college and they go to business school and they're being taught business by somebody driving that never owned a business.
Mm-hmm.
You can't teach business without ever owning a business. Sorry.
You can't. Yeah, communists can't teach capitalism.
Or the dude driving the old Volkswagen, telling them how to be successful. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You can't do it. It doesn't work that way. I remember having an argument with a guy in the barbershop that this guy was very, very liberal, and he was like talking about how no one should have to work and everyone should get paid and all this kind of stuff.
Who's going to pay for it?
Yeah, he was like, we should just take more taxes from the wealthy people. I'm like, okay, that's not going to happen. It's from the people who work. So anyway, he's complaining to me about all this and carrying on, right? And then he starts complaining to me about how when he goes to McDonald's, he has to punch in his own order. And I was like, how the hell do you think that happens? How does that happen? How do they hire less people because of what you're talking about?
Right. Right.
When you start putting all the taxes on them, they start hiring less people.
When you want to start,
you got to go in there and put your own order in.
When that guy starts saying those people should make a living wage,
yeah,
McDonald's working for the most part, besides managers and people of the upper management thing, are not there. They're not. McDonald's is a kid's job for the most.
It's not your career.
Right. You usually don't make a career. You go from there to go on to something else.
Yeah.
So when you want to pay them $20 an hour or $15 an hour, that's why there's nobody taking your order because.
Yeah. Not unless only maybe the managers in there would do something like that. But yes, this is the kind of thing that teaches kids why you need to get a vocation or a profession.
Right. It's a job where you, unless you go into the management of McDonald's, which there's nothing wrong with.
It's valid. That's valid.
Yeah. And then you move your way up, but.
That's typically a hard-working older person and their second job. Let's be real about that one. Yeah. By the way, this guy, you know what he did for a living? College professor.
Oh God. And so let me just say this: we have way too many colleges. Okay.
Yeah.
Way. Sure. It used to be a thing when people went to college; it was a big deal. Mm-hmm. You were special when you went to college and you graduated, but now fucking everybody go to college. I mean, hell.
Well, it's expensive now. It's really expensive.
Granted, yes, but okay. So when you have 100,000 new graduates, what's that degree worth? It's not worth much of anything.
I don't know.
Unless you have some specialty. And if you got a liberal arts degree and basket weaving, and there's 30 other people out there that have the same degree, you're going to start right at the bottom with the guy at McDonald's. So.
Yeah, CloverTax says, I know a guy who started working at McDonald's and now he owns several of them.
Yeah, well, that's
America.
Somebody. Yeah, right. I saw a thing one time about this ex-basketball player that owned like 150 or 130 Wendy's. I get chills when I hear that.
Who was that?
Some former professional basketball player. I forget his name.
Oh.
But man, he owns like 100 and something Wendy's. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, you ever heard of the rapper Rick Ross? You ever heard of that rapper?
Well, probably from you, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's he do?
Well, he's a rapper.
Well, yeah, but
he owns a bunch of like fast food places and stuff like that in Florida. A lot.
Well,
he owns like some Popeyes, all kinds of different stuff, wings and things. What's it? Wings and things. Yeah, he owns a bunch of those. That's what he's doing with his money. Kudos.
Yeah.
Kudos. Have ownership. Over stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Take your money.
Exactly.
And you imagine how hard. I mean, you want to be, if you want to be a manager or whatever, but you imagine how hard it is to sit there and work at McDonald's thinking you're gonna get a manager. I mean, there's not that many of those jobs available compared to all the workers. Mm-hmm. And you gotta be a hard worker, I'm sure, to move up like that. So it's it takes some balls to try to go into that. These guys that are doing that and then owning 5 or 6 of them, good for them, man. They're putting a lot of hard work in.
And it's the fire that makes you. So, for example, let me ask you guys this question. Let me ask everyone out there. Tell me this right now. If you get down in your life, I know everyone's a professional here. Let's say you get down in your life and massive recession hits or whatever it is. Would you go and work at a McDonald's to take care of your family?
I don't think I have to, but
yeah.
I mean,
I know you may not. Yeah, I'll do it.
I sold all my guns to pay bills before.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I was a gun dealer with no guns.
Yeah. Yeah. There's things I think everyone has to have a line of what they wouldn't do in order to make money, right? So I'm not going to go become a male stripper. Right? Maybe. No, I'm not gonna do that actually. But I would go work at McDonald's. I'd go work at some place stocking shelves. I'll freaking push carts around in the parking lot if I have to take care of my family. And if you have drive, you could take that. You could go all the way down to zero, and you could build up something.
Yeah.
Right? People do it.
I mean, you've seen a lot of guys do it. I mean, there's some real big name dudes out there that have done, they've gone from something to nothing back to something again.
Yeah.
And I agree. It's the drive. It's I mean, I worked at a campground for 5 years, picking up cigarette butts and pumping outhouses and stuff like that. And if nothing else, it teaches you that you need to have a profession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another good question. What's the like, I don't know, I don't want to say worse, because I think a job is a job, right? If you got a good, honest job or whatever, it's good. But what do you think is the worst one that you've done, or the one that a lot of people look down on, like
I don't.
Definitely for me, it was working at the campground. I mean, it's I love being outside, so I didn't mind it. But it's when you pump poop tanks and you got to pick up cigarettes.
Pumping the poop tanks.
Right.
Well,
we actually had a dude die.
Yeah.
We had a guy die at the campground.
That's a very necessary job.
Yeah, man, that is a tough one. Pumping the poop tanks. I don't think I could beat that.
Cleaning the porta johns is a very necessary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It has to be done. But jeez.
Do that, then come home and try to be sexy.
Yeah, I know. But you know what?
That's my job.
You know what that prepares you for, Adam? That prepares you for when you come on this podcast and we ask you about manscaping. It prepares you for that. If you've pumped out the outhouses, that's nothing to you. Be like, yeah, hey, I can handle that. Yeah. What about you, Walt? Go ahead.
I've never pumped out the outhouses, but I mean, for one time I was doing like temporary stuff, where they call you and tell you, oh, got to go over here and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it was unloading the damn semi trailer full of like windows, like aluminum windows.
Oh, okay.
That was a hard day.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it was on. I think that day was one day I got a hernia.
But imagine like in the olden times, they didn't have aluminum windows, man. That was all heavy wood, lead, glass.
But I mean, I haven't.
But yes, it's it's tough, like unloaded.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked in a lot of different places doing different stuff, but nothing real. I never worked at McDonald's. I did work in a restaurant for a while. A friend of mine managed a restaurant bar, and I worked in the kitchen, doing prep.
What happened to Walter?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I don't know if Walter pressed a button over there. There he goes. He's back. He's back.
I was going to say, I touched the wrong wire.
Yeah.
I worked in a restaurant in the kitchen doing prep work and stuff like that. And then after work, you go in the bar and drink.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Okay, Tyven Show. Tyven Show says, "What, stripping is fun.
Tripod.
I did it in South Korea for a year when I was stationed there. You can make a lot of money." Okay, whatever. Then he goes on to say, "My stage name was Tripod." Right. Sure.
Oh dear.
Sure.
Tripod.
All I can think of is Austin Powers. He's like a little tripod.
Yeah, listen, I've done, like, so for example, I've stocked shelves. I've,
I worked in a grocery store. That was my first job working in a grocery store.
I did that when I was going to broadcasting school in West Palm Beach. I remember, like, Lola was working, and actually, like, Lola worked at Costco, right? And she was the pharmacy manager of Costco in West Palm Beach. And she couldn't hire me there because I was going to broadcasting school, so we needed money to like pay for the babysitters and stuff like that, right? So she couldn't hire me because they have you can't like hire your husband. So there was someone who worked at another Costco that she hired that guy's wife to work with her before, and then she asked that guy to like if he can hire me, and he said okay. So the guy gave me the job stocking and like doing carts and everything like that. And Lola found out and she was mad. She was like, "What's up with that? I gave this guy's wife like a real nice job and he gives you this job." So I was like, I don't care about that. She was going to call him. I was like, I don't care. So I went to work. I drove up there in a nice car. I've always had nice cars. I would drive up there in a nice car, get there on time, do what I was told,
Right.
walk around the parking lot, get in the carts and everything. And then when people would see me, they would see my car, like, what are you doing? What is happening here? And I remember at the same time, there was a friend of ours who lost his job. He was one of those guys. In Florida, they used to send around people to cut down the citrus trees. Remember that, Walter?
Oh, during the canker thing?
Yeah, there was some kind of thing that all the trees had some kind of
canker.
Yeah. So this guy had this job, but then he lost that job. And Lola was like, hey, I'll get you a job working here. And he was like, no, I'm not working at a Costco. I need a nice desk job where I don't have to do anything. And see, I can't relate to that, man. If I've got to, I saw someone in there saying they had 3 jobs at one time. I was like that. I did housekeeping, cleaned bathrooms, and all that stuff.
When I worked at that bar, I worked at a paint store delivering paint during the day.
Mm-hmm.
So that ain't but bad. I'd drive around all day and deliver paint, and and then go to the restaurant bar and work at night. And
yeah.
Yeah.
I've shined shoes. Walter. Just understand.
I never did that.
Just understand that.
I
shine
cut
shoes.
grass.
Yeah.
I used to work in a trophy shop building trophies.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Probably the worst job I ever had, gun guy on YouTube. That's the worst.
The boss
That's
man
the
don't
lowest
like you.
one.
Always penalizing you, taking away your way to make a living.
I'm telling you. No.
The man keeping you down. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know how we got
But
on that.
there is hope, because now you can manscape.
Yes. Now I represent shaving the hoo-ha. Yeah. Now I represent shaving the hoo-ha. This is what I have to do to keep bringing you guys this.
You know what?
This awesome show.
We have these like T-shirts and briefs that don't.
Oh
fit.
yeah, you want to give away?
I'll give some shit away. What I'm saying?
Walter. Oh, what size was the T-shirt?
The T-shirts are large.
Okay, who out there is a large?
Yeah.
Hey, Adam.
And look what it says.
Are
It
you
says
a large,
Manscaped.
Adam?
I'm
It says
a
Manscaped on
large.
it.
I'm a large XL.
Oh, Adam also
one.
worked at a strip club. I could tell.
Oh, you know it, baby.
Yeah. So.
But you got to be able to wear a shirt that says Manscaped. Your balls will thank you.
Yes. Who? Let's see. Hold on. Let's put that up again, Walt. I got you full screen.
Okay.
Your balls will thank you. There you go. Only a real man can rock that. So who wants it? Who's a size large out there? Interested in that? Let Walter know right now.
Yeah.
I don't see any comments jumping in the comment section of anyone. Really?
In addition to that, we have some performance boxer briefs.
Uh-oh.
And they just say Manscaped on them.
Yeah. Armament and Access says he wears large, so there you go. Manscaped.
You want it?
Yeah. What size are the boxer briefs?
They're mediums.
Medium. Okay. I don't know if anyone out there wants to admit that they are medium, but who's a medium that needs?
I think
boxer briefs?
tripod's probably a medium. Mr. Tripod to him, Mr. Tripod.
Mister.
Oh man, listen, please. I do not want that thought in my brain.
They call me Mr. Tripod. like Mr. They call me Mr. Biggs.
Mr. T, yeah. Mr. Tibbs.
Mr. Tibbs.
They call me Mr. Tibbs. Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right. So there you go. Let's see if there's any takers on the briefs there. Let us know.
Yep.
Len Holt says we are big men. Yeah. And Richard Maunder says that guy with the paint needs a new shirt.
It does, yeah.
All thumbs. Growing the ball hair back sucks.
Oh, that's why you got to have a machine to do it. You got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go get lasered. You can get lasered. But I'm not letting a laser nowhere near my junk.
No.
That's not happening. But if you get lasered, like that's what the ladies do. The ladies get lasered.
Get it.
Keep, so they don't have to keep maintaining. I don't know if you guys know that. This is the kind of valid information you get here on this podcast. No other gun podcast will talk about this.
That was all over the interwebs when Kim Kardashian got Got the
What did she get,
permanent
laser-
wax job
On the
Yeah.
booty?
Oh, on the hoo hoo, on the
Oh, right, yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
yeah.
Lasered is not for dudes. You don't want to get lasered as a dude.
No.
No. I'm not allowing lasers. I'll just be on that thing the whole time thinking about Goldfinger. Remember Goldfinger?
Right.
Where James Bond is like, do you expect me to beg? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. That's what I would be thinking about that laser.
In what movie has a laser ever worked out well for anybody? It never happens.
I'm not doing it. Kathleen Music Lover says it just stings a little. See, guys, this is one of the things in the world where women are built better than men. I'll tell you this right now. Women can handle pain better. I cannot go into it knowing that it's going to be painful and actually do it. Not voluntarily. Like, only women will be able, like, okay, tell me right now, which one of you guys here wants to have a baby?
Well, yeah.
Who's volunteering for that?
No way.
Yeah, there you go. But women, they do it. They know, even after, like, so maybe, let's say, like, the first time you have a baby, you didn't realize that was going to be painful. You never saw that video or whatever, in sex ed class, you never saw that video of the baby coming out or whatever, so you didn't know this was going to be painful. And so after the first one, you figure that out, you still want more babies. So, yeah.
I say, see, and that's a true statement right there. Because I think if a guy saw what was going to happen, we'd be like, you know what, we had a good run as a human race. I'll see you next time. Women are like, yeah, let's have a third one. I'm like, what?
Has there ever been a guy that wants to have a baby? I don't know. I don't know if that's ever like, oh, I want to have a baby. No, I don't think so. I don't care what you're
trying though.
Huh? What?
I'm all for trying though.
Yeah, but not to actually carry that baby.
No.
Yeah, that's
no.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so there we go. We're not getting lasered.
Yep.
Dudes aren't getting lasered. So I'm assuming that's why, I'm assuming that's why this is for the men in the world. Yeah, it's for the men's. The men's is.
And also, think about the whole razor thing. You can also, clean up a lot of other stuff besides the jewels too. Everybody's got fur all over the place.
Right.
Most dudes do. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy comments these guys are putting up here right now.
Black Mama.
Someone's talking about the Black Mamba. I'm not getting into that one.
Ready to strike. What if it gets tangled up in the bushes? It's ready to strike.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. So let's see what other. Come on, there's got to be other gun stuff out there. Otherwise, we're just gonna continue talking about this. There's no way. There's no way around
Going down the rabbit hole.
Did you see the firearm blog post about the 82nd Airborne with Drone Defender? Did you see the Drone Defender?
I saw something. Yeah. I did see it. I think I did. Yeah. I don't know what it.
I don't know if this is like, how does this defend the drone? Let me see. We'll read this through. Today's photo of the day features a paratrooper from 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 82nd Airborne Division, with a weapon you don't see every day, a drone defender, counter-drone device.
Okay, let's see what it actually does.
It's taken during combat training, Operation Falcon Storm.
Radio control frequency disruption.
Oh, so this is to take drones down.
Yeah, if you can mess up their controlling radio signal, you can.
Yeah, so I'm guessing this thing on the front here is like a radar thing to mess it up.
Well, they showed. I think it was in Hong Kong.
I would guess that you don't want to be on. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't think you want to be on your cell phone when that thing goes off.
Yeah.
Just say that.
Yeah. And they showed in I think it was Hong Kong when they had those riots. People were shooting the laser pointers at the bottom of drones, and it'd mess up what their sensors were, and they would just land. Yeah, they would just completely come to the ground thinking that they were trying to land, and they would just take them or smash them.
Oh, okay.
There's some pretty cool stuff they're doing over there. Low tech stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might work. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's another thing in the news about Trump. Oh, Trump. So you know that Trump was going to this plant and everyone was saying he has to wear a mask. You know, he has to. It's the law. So Trump doesn't wear coronavirus mask in public at Ford plant. Is there a specific coronavirus mask I didn't know about?
maybe the intelligentsia have a special mask.
Yeah, these guys made a specific mask for coronavirus? I don't think so. Trump was visiting Ford's Rawsonville components plant in Ypsilanti? Ypsilanti, I want to say. Ypsilanti, which has a policy of requiring masks there. The plant is currently making ventilators in response to the COVID-19 pandemic in the United States. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel had said that Trump had a legal responsibility under state law to wear a mask when he visited the plant. Guess what Trump did? No mask.
He's a freaking president. He can do what the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
I hate to tell people that, but he can do.
Yeah. Do you want him to visit your plant or not?
Yeah. You want to see some more shekels? You better be good. Don't give him a hard time.
Yeah. That's crazy that they're even trying to do it. He's the president.
Yeah. He said he's taking the hydrochloroquine, so he's on the medicine.
He can also just pardon himself. He could just pardon himself. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to press charges? Go ahead. By the way, I pardon myself. Oh, you want to press more charges? I pardon myself in infinity.
and
Ad
infinitum.
infinitum.
He looked bad at me. Go ahead. This heavy metal drummer says he met Satan during coronavirus coma.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I just see what's heavy metal drummer.
Yeah, which one is that?
Death Angel drummer says he met Satan in coronavirus coma.
He would say that.
He just had a dream. That's all.
Yeah. Fake news.
Yeah.
That's just called cocaine.
Yeah, exactly.
I've met a lot of people in my dreams. So.
Yeah. So this happened. Here's some news that happened in Gainesville, which this is. I hate when people are doing this nonsense here because of the virus. Residents filed petition to remove Gainesville city manager for dumping mulch on skate park. So you know how these guys have been going around dumping mulch and stuff like that on skate parks to keep the kids from. Like, this is not, and I know where this skate park is. So because they didn't want the kids to do that, they went there and dumped mulch all over it. Why?
Was that the one though where they put free mulch and people came and picked up all the mulch? Was that Gainesville?
No, I didn't hear. No, I didn't hear about that.
Oh, really? They did that?
Yeah, there was one that was in the news where somebody posted on Facebook like free mulch at whatever that site, and people came and literally took it up and drove.
Just came and took it. Oh, if that would have happened here, that would have cleared out fast. Just drive the pickup truck over there and get it. But yeah, man, this kind of silliness, I don't know why we're doing that.
Oh, like out in California, they dumped sand in the skate park, and the skaters went. Oh, they actually was he going to start riding dirt bikes in it or something? But they cleaned it out.
They just started doing dirt bikes.
Yeah.
Come on. What do you want the kids to do? Go sell crack or something? Give them a place to play, man. Come on.
Yeah, it's all silly.
Yeah.
And those kids won't forget this shit either when they get a little older. So.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do.
Well, it's. I mean, how many of us are in this boat where idle hands is the devil's playground?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you take the kids' stuff away to do, and then you say they can't go to school. You're only asking for one thing, and that's trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, you get bored, you do stupid stuff to impress people.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There's going to be a lot of babies coming out of this nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that there was a thing here in Florida where these people had a big party or whatever. The cops came to shut it down. I don't know if you saw that thing. So yeah, lots of crazy still going on around the country. What was is every state open now?
I don't think all of them are open. No.
No,
Okay.
no. Some places are still.
And then see that the shooting at this naval air station was terror related,
No,
says
really.
the FBI. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
It wasn't a workplace.
No,
thing?
no.
It wasn't Obama administration workplace violence thing.
Yeah. And then there was another thing in Arizona where this stupid kid, I don't know if you guys saw that. This kid, he broadcasts this thing live, and he takes a gun. He goes after these people in a mall. I think he starts outside in the parking lot, and he broadcasts that. You know, this is why. Yeah. And in Arizona, people did not have the ability to defend themselves against this kid, unfortunately. You know, it's Arizona, man. Come on, get up on this. This stupid people. We got to stop these stupid people who are trying to get famous from doing this kind of nonsense out there. So, All Thumb says my dollar store finally has toilet paper.
Well, you go into the dollar store to buy toilet paper. What do you expect?
Well, you know, I mean, listen, I've gotten toilet paper there. I go there to find the Hot Wheels cars. Tell me this, All Thumbs. Are there new Hot Wheels cars in the dollar store? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm concerned about.
They get the ones that don't sell at the Walmart. That's what
do they refer? No, listen. Believe it or not, like Dollar General gets like all these different places. Hot Wheels has deals with them, and they get different cars and stuff like that. So, but all of that has been slowed down with this whole coronavirus.
COVID-19.
Yeah, you know, there's other things shipping. They're taking up space shipping toilet paper to people instead of shipping out Hot Wheels cars.
The toilet paper pandemic is past, I think. The toilet paper towel pandemic. That was like the weirdest thing. Like of all the things on like SHTF bingo, I never foresaw toilet paper apocalypse. Like that wasn't even on the bingo sheet.
I predicted that here on the show, Adam. You should watch this show. You should watch this show all the time. Yeah.
I do not remember saying that. I watched it.
No. I did actually. We talked about it, but you know why? Because if you look at all the lists of things that you will wish you had, right, in a pandemic, apocalypse or whatever, toilet paper is always number one.
Yeah, you need some TP. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what happens. I'm not saying that you really need it. It's really nonsensical. But so what happens? What happens to people?
They panic and they hoard.
Yeah, they got scared. They Googled it. Oh, what's all the things I need in an apocalypse? Toilet paper number one. They went out, bought all the toilet paper. Other people came in there and saw in the stores that the toilet paper was going. Like, oh my God, there's a toilet paper.
I better get some too.
Yeah. The range says.
Here's my dad. Shows up to shop one day. Mm-hmm. He's like carrying a package of like 8 rolls of toilet paper and goes, "What are you doing?" "I'm never going to use all this shit. Here's some toilet paper for you."
Yeah.
That's like my dad said, "I'll have toilet paper forever." You know, it's like, okay, whatever, Dad.
You can use grass. You can use leaves. You can use newspaper. Newspaper's good for a lot of things. You can put fish and chips in it.
Well,
you can clean the glass on your car.
Work it a little while and get it softened up a little bit more, and
yeah. Or you could just get the hose, get the garden hose. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go. We're going back to the
build your own bidet.
Homeboy bidet, yeah. And my question is, nobody's answered me yet, is after you spray your buttocks with water, what do you do?
Air dry. That's the way God meant our butts to be air dried.
So you have a bidet air dryer, like one of those ones they have, like the turbo ones. What do you do? You're gonna suffer a rear end inflation.
Listen, those high end bidets are, the water is warmed nicely to a good temperature.
Who the hell's got a high end?
Not me, but I mean, after this, everyone's gonna get one.
Kardashian's house to take a dump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. After this, lots of people will be getting those. The range. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna go in a bad direction.
Okay. The range says Costco has massive amounts of TP, and Tyven Show says Walter, a lot of Hot Wheel cars are made in China. No, they're not actually. They're made in Malaysia.
A lot of them made in Malaysia or Indonesia, some of those countries
Malaysia,
over there like that. Yeah.
Malaysia, Indonesia. So not China.
Lenhole, leaf blower.
Yeah,
What's that? Leaf blower. Yeah, if you're outside and you have the garden hose.
You got the gas-powered Husqvarna.
Yeah. Your gun guys, lots of gun guys have those air tanks, the compressed air tanks.
I guess.
Use that,
Careful where you put that hose. Just be careful.
Yeah. Oh,
okay,
boy.
Ass blower sounds kinky.
Yeah. So this all happened because of the list. Not saying that it's practical.
Well, and then like you always bring up the fact when you talk about people buying stuff, people were buying ammo. They're buying 9mm and 223.
Mm-hmm.
But there was never, I think, 22 never ran out.
No, we didn't get to that.
There wasn't that missing like back when 22 ammo was, people were paying 20 cents a round for 22 ammo.
Because I guess no one bought 22. That just shows how totally impractical all you people are. You're going and buying toilet paper, you're not buying 22?
Yeah.
That's what you're going to need. How do you think you're going to get squirrel meat? With a 308? You're going to use your 9mm to cap a squirrel? Seriously. 22s.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone knows a single piece of dual ply is worth at least 122 round. Everybody knows that.
Right.
And who uses one piece of any ply toilet paper? One piece, one square, one little.
Yeah.
Man. You might as well just.
Lola said, I leave to get groceries, and this is what I come back to. And Shield and Sword Academy says this is actually after we cleaned it up.
That's me.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's you saying that. Oh, you're Shield and Sword. Okay. And Imposter said after the garden hose and the leaf blower, you don't need the manscaping tools.
Yeah.
You
get the 100 mile per hour leaf blower.
Yeah, you just blow your family jewels off. You don't need to shave them. If they don't exist anymore, you don't need that. You blow them back up in there or something. Oh boy. Yeah. I can't believe that people. Yeah, Holosun, awesome. What the?
Holosun.
I don't think Holosun wants to be associated with this anymore, Adam. I don't think. Don't let those guys actually look at this.
Yeah.
Just tell them I never went on Hank Strange. That wasn't me. That was some other dude.
You were on a podcast. No podcast.
I'll get blamed for it. That's all it is. I'll get blamed.
Oh boy.
That's what happens on Fridays around here. Okay, if you can't handle Fridays, then
Yeah. Fridays will from now on be, even though this is Thursday, Fridays will be Manscaping Fridays. We'll give out tips. We'll give out tips and tricks to everyone.
Get it ready for the party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get it ready for the party.
If you need any tips, let us know. We'll give you tips, just like we give you firearms tips and stuff like that. You need tips from us, we will help you out. We will help you out with all your.
If you need a red dot for your manscaping tool, then we know where you can get one of those things.
Well, I mean, this thing, by the way, I'm not trying to bring this back up. I mean, even though you can use the code Strange20 at Manscaped to get 20% off and free shipping. But this is tactical, Walt. Check out the
I know. Look at that. Yeah, it's black.
That's freaking tactical right there, man.
Oh.
It's black.
You forgot to mention it also. It charges with USB.
Yes. Yep.
It has a USB a wall plug. Plus, you can plug it into your computer and charge it while you're on the podcast.
There you go, right there. Yeah. So while I'm on the podcast, I could actually be handling the business.
I didn't say that. I said you could charge.
If you hear any buzzing.
when Hank forgets to mute himself, just in the background. Bzzz.
And you're kind of
Feeling fresh. Remember what I said? High speed, low drag. I'm going to see if I could get the Manscaped guys to change their slogan from "Your balls will thank you" to "Be high speed, low drag." Eric Gonzalez says sold. James Miller says it's a tactical flashlight.
there you go.
By the way, so you guys heard about Joe Rogan getting like this big deal with Spotify, right? Did you hear about that?
I didn't know that.
Yes.
$1 million.
Well, everyone's speculating on how much money it is, which the speculation is $100 million at
To
least.
advertise? To what?
No,
To
he's
do-
moving. So his whole podcast is moving over to Spotify, including the video section of it. So the only thing that will be left on YouTube is some of the snippets eventually. So if you want to look at the video podcast, which is what I do mostly, you'll have to go look at it on Spotify, and the audio will be on Spotify. All of that exclusively. It won't be on iTunes or anything else.
So is Spotify like YouTube and their restrictive?
Not if
ways?
they're dealing with Rogan. I don't think Rogan would go
I
over
was
there.
gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, because
I mean, he
Rogan.
smokes weed on the show.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
You think it could be a start of a trend?
Maybe at least it's showing that there's value in this kind of stuff.
So is that kind of a
showing there's
slap to YouTube?
I think so.
Take that,
I think so.
Take that, bitches. Boom.
But remember, YouTube gave PewDiePie a lot of money to make him exclusive on their thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say. I mean, YouTube's done the same thing to a couple other people when they've left or talked about leaving. They've given heavy dollars to make someone stay or come back.
Yeah. The Rain says he said he's taking all his YouTube stuff down September 1st. So yeah.
And it does say the Wall Street Journal said from some inside source the deal exceeded $100 million.
I'm sure it's over that, and it's probably for a couple of years. So which is not bad. Tyven Show says, "Be careful, they might ban those assault clippers." Yeah.
It ain't got a clip. It's a clipper. Okay, so does it have a clip or a magazine?
I'm gonna say it's gonna. In this case, the proper vernacular is clipper.
A clip. Okay.
Yeah.
Be careful, man. I'll get my motherfucking clip out on your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't flash these on the police, man. They see that light. Think it's a tactical light coming at them.
Be careful, coppers. I'm gonna trim your ass up for real.
Yeah. But Rogan was doing some stuff for Manscaped. He was doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well.
Yeah. So there you go.
I could get it.
And that's a hairy dude right there. If you know.
They can get me in cheap if they want to pay. Spotify wants to pay me. I'll do it for nothing.
Oh really? That's what you're doing it for right now.
Right. I mean,
Might
come
as
on.
well.
We make people laugh and have a good time.
Yeah. Brian Quick wants to know if Spotify is free. Yeah. You just have to sign up. There's no charge. But of course they will be advertising and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw someone talking about this. Spotify stock went up since this came out, and so for that $100 million that they're going to pay Joe Rogan, their stock price went up at a value of $5 billion. So they gained $5 billion on their stock value over the last couple of days since this news came out. So it's a good trade for them. It's like when remember when Sirius Satellite got Howard Stern?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean Joe Rogan is the biggest. He's not always number one in the podcast thing, but he's typically number one or number two. Yeah. He's the biggest one, so it's a big loss for YouTube, a big loss probably for iTunes as well. Yeah.
Jason St. Pierre. Newsflash: Spotify offers Hank $100.
We might have to consider that.
Hey,
I'll break Walter off for 20.
Yeah, I get 25 cents a joke, and that's it, man.
Yeah, we can give Babyface some change.
Take your challenge to Spotify, brother.
Yeah.
Take your
Listen,
challenge to Spotify.
they put in a lot of work if you think about it. What are they, 1,500, 1,600 episodes? And You
Yeah.
know, they put a lot of work in there. I mean, they work hard on that thing. So I think it's well deserved, but it shows the value in this, right? That lots of people are turning to this kind of thing for entertainment. So it's a pretty good thing.
Well, I think Joe Rogan's just a really smart dude because, I mean, how many of us only knew him from Fear Factor?
Mm-hmm.
And that show's been gone for how long, and he's still this relevant?
Yeah.
I mean, it tells you he's a smart dude with all the things he's gotten into, invested into other stuff. He's not just some, muscle brain idiot. He's a smart dude.
Yeah. The Range says, I'm happy for Joe and glad YouTube lost him. Yeah, YouTube might take some blows on this. Hopefully other companies see this. And Brian Quick says, Joe Rogan frustrates me when he talks about Second Amendment. Yeah, I don't think he's as versed as we would be and all that kind of stuff, but I think there's some people out there working on it and trying to help him get better at that. Like he's friends with the Black Rifle Coffee guys, and I think they're trying to work on it. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's not going to be on our level. It's like, think of something that we don't know about and us trying to talk about it. It's not.
It'd never be on my level, ever.
Yeah.
I mean, in all reality, go to your local gun store and tell me they know a lot about guns.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's a gun store.
Yeah. So absolutely. All right, Walter's showing off his Gearhead work stock there again. It's 9 o'clock, guys. I can't believe we got here to 9 o'clock. So you see what happens when you become high speed, low drag?
It's all about the manscaping.
Yeah,
I heard.
You don't even notice it. Strange 20 for 20% off, plus free shipping. I'm going to be throwing up stuff. You guys are going to see this on my social media as time goes on here. So
back to the. So did somebody really want the T-shirt?
Yeah, who wanted the shirt? Who wanted the underwears? Walter, how many times in life will a man offer you underwear?
Not used.
Yeah.
And he only wore it once.
Yeah.
I didn't try them all.
Something you never know. These people, someone might want them Walter used first. You never know.
No, that ain't gonna happen. No.
Okay, whoever it was that wanted that, let Walter know. You can go to Safety Harbor Firearms on Instagram or wherever else and let Walter know.
Send me a message on like Facebook Messenger.
Yeah. So let's do the wrap up here. Adam, how can these folks out here? Where can they follow you, support you, and all that kind of stuff, man? Where can they get the awesome Holosun optics we were talking about?
Yeah, so they can go, if they want to follow me, it's Adam_SA on Instagram. It's on Facebook, it's Adam Litke, Litke -competitive shooter. On YouTube, it's Shield and Sword Academy, as you guys have seen in the chat with some of you guys and gals. And then, definitely go to the Holosun website, check out the optics. Definitely look at like Primary Arms and Kenzie's optics, things like that. Those are great places to find them. And, I hope you guys got some out. If you have questions, let Hank know or let me know, and I'll answer wherever I can. And definitely make sure that you use Strange 20 at manscaped.com.
All right. You the man, Adam. You're good at this, man. We could put you on the payroll. He's good at this thing. All right.
And for Walter, I had to try to find it because it was on the desk somewhere. Here you go. Junior
right.
Yoda impression. Oh, wait, hold on.
There you go. Nice.
Go get a clappy clap.
Get clappy clap.
Stay strappy strapped or get
Stay
clappy
strapped
clapped.
or get clappy clapped.
I like that. I like that patch.
Yeah.
I do.
These were just two funny ones. I don't know. Those were it's gonna.
Yeah.
The Gremlins.
Yeah, cool.
Gremlins. Yeah.
That was that
yeah.
patch ops. They had some funny stuff they sent me, but
No,
yeah,
that's cool.
so-
Yeah, we gotta get. Maybe we need to get patch ops on the show one of these days.
We'll have to, man. They do cool
I
stuff.
think I might have already met that guy. I think I met him at SHOT Show.
You might have.
Yeah.
It's patches are just that universal thing.
Was
now.
he
It's
doing the
cool.
Mandalorian thing at SHOT Show?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I have to
Maybe
ask.
it's someone else. Yeah, we should get some patch people to come up here on the show. So if you know those guys, pass on some info.
Yeah, I do.
We'll do that. Walter, how can the people support you, sir, and find out about your
support me by-
adventures?
They can support me by buying everything I have. No.
Yes.
You can go to-
Hey, that's valid. That's valid.
You can go to safetyharborfirearms.com. That's one way.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to. You want to check out Facebook and Instagram at Safety Harbor Firearms. Dirtfoot Racing's at and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, and over at YouTube, Safe Terror Farms on YouTube also. Plus, there's some stuff over on Gunstreamer and a little bit on Mines. I haven't been over on Mines lately, so.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the main ways.
Yeah.
And there's stenparts.com for all your some of your submachine gun parts and pieces. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I saw you've been making some parts and things like that, throwing that up out there.
Yep.
All right, cool. So I'm going to ask everyone to go to hankstrange.com, sign up for that email list, look for all the links there. If you want to know how to support us, there's links that you guys could go through there that will tell you all the different things you can do, including if you need to shave the boys or whatever you want to call them. You know, you can go there and check that out. Thanks to Walther Arms for sponsoring us here on this live show. Walther Arms sponsors it, and we appreciate that very, very much. Let me drop the end thing right here for everyone. Boom. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Be safe. We will see you guys. We're not coming on tomorrow. We'll see you guys on Monday. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the channel, all that stuff. Ring the bell so you can be notified every time we go live. Peace out to everyone. Be safe out there. Walter, Adam, any last words before I press the button here? Be safe.
High speed, low drag.
High speed, low drag. There you go.
Boom! There you
That's
go.
the word. That's the word of the day. We're out of here. Peace. See you guys.
That was perfect.